It is a little bit funny because I ran into a guy when I ran into that dude in Hawaii, and he got my number and we were chatting for a minute, and I told him I told him he could support me through OnlyFans, and he was like, oh no, I don't do any of that, I don't do porn. And he's like, but I respect the hustle and stuff like that. And that's the first time, I've encountered the situation like that. And I was like, I'm very impressed because it's rare. I mean, I've yet that he might be the only guy that I've personally encountered that I don't know how true it is or not, but anyway. And I said to him in that short conversation that I was like, it is a trade-off because it's kind of keeps me single, even though I haven't been doing it that long, but I've been choosing to be abstinent and single. But I mean, most men aren't going to be, not going to want to be, it's hard. I don't know the statistics of like the women on there who have boyfriends or husbands or whatever, but that's a hard gig. And then there's this person that was attacking me after doing my ASMR video, and they were attacking me and telling me, and then they said something about my vagina, y'all. So I don't know if this is someone because my body count is low. I've only been with 4 or 5 men. 5, I believe. Wait, maybe 6. Every person I've dated, and then I had one like summer fling with a guy that I was consistently we were dating, but it was very short-lived. Otherwise, it's only been my boyfriends, and not the first guys that I dated in high school. None of them. Didn't have sex with any of them. So anyway, and I got mad. I got hurt by it because I was like, who is this person and why are they talking about my vagina and telling me I'm not pretty enough to do OF, and just being an asshole. Just like I shrug it off most of the time, but there's times where it hurts and it hits me and it fucking sucks. And so I was asking, like, can you, because this person had to say all this stuff, and I was like, I wish you had just defended me. And then I made a story about it at the same time that I'm also like was breaking down because I'm having to fucking still figure out how to make money. And then they come on my page and talk about how like doing OnlyFans means that I'm not, like, something about relating it to dating, and they're not, if you have a high body count, men aren't gonna like that, all this. And I'm like, that's not why I'm doing it. It's not fucking why I'm doing OF, even though in a way it does feel like sort of like a dating site. But this is the kind of shit that I deal with, men who are like, want marriage, but instead of y'all having the balls to like say that to me, you have to come and project all this weird shit. Like, you just assume. I had that happen where a guy was just like, I wish I could spoil you and all this, and I'm like, okay bro, like, put your money where your mouth is, like, make it happen. I'm not about like I don't think that's another thing. Like, I don't know how to do a job like that. I don't have like a manager or somebody helping me out. And I don't know how to do a work like that without being extremely aggressive. So men are going to have to tighten up to be around me in that space, because I'm not trying to make it weird or like have a marriage fantasy. Like, I feel like that's that thing too, is that men are like, can we just get away with fantasies forever and ever? Like, that's what social media has allowed. It's like, let me just have a fantasy with my dream girl, and then, which is limerence, and I feel like it's just going to end up breaking your heart. So I don't understand. Sorry, the nails. I don't understand it. Why would you want to do that to yourself? And like, why not just let me be bossy, and then we don't have to create some kind of weird fantasy? And I'm not trying to date you guys. If I was trying to there was one dude who had a huge, beautiful penis. And I would have been like, dick me down. I mean, I don't know. I didn't actually meet up with him, but it was like, I might be interested, but that would be totally that's it. Like, those of us who have trauma, we know how to disassociate, okay? Anyway, and I'm going to move on from this, but like that whole body count thing, there was a point in time where I did see it more on the side of like a woman should have a lower body count and stuff, but it's all BS. it's all patriarchy related. If we lived in a matriarchy, it would be the other way around. It would be like you would see a woman as a queen if she's been with a lot of men, but that's not the world that we're living in. So it's ridiculous. Like, especially if you're a man, if you're a man who has a high body count, you have no place to be talking about that, period. Like, and your connection to someone and like the potential for like growth and like creating something beautiful and intimate has nothing to do with who they have or haven't been with. Like, it's what shaped them in different ways, but that doesn't mean that like they're not a viable option now. Like, that's me saying that, and I don't have a high body count. Yeah, and I'm fucking doing whatever I have to do to make money. My bank account is negative $500. I need $2,000 a month. Like, I don't have... Anyways, I'm not explaining myself anymore of why I'm doing OF. I'm just really sick of delusional men. And also, like, I still want fucking men in my space who stand up for me when people are talking about my vagina, who I don't even know if you've even been near it. Most likely you haven't, since only 6 men have. And... are just saying horrible things. Like, to me, that should trigger something in you as a man to be like, no, that's not okay. Like that dude, okay, I'm gonna wrap it up here. That dude, when I was in Hawaii and there was a guy walking by who tried to scam me for a bracelet, that guy could have just smirked and kept going. Or he could have said something assholey like, don't let him nah, he's trying to rip you off, and just kept going. But he didn't. He stopped and he said, you give that back to her right now. Did you want to pay for that? He asked me that, and I said, no, I don't have any cash on me. And he said, what you're doing, like, I don't remember verbatim, but he was like, that's not okay. That's what that's what y'all are supposed to be doing. Standing up for what's right. Okay. Because this is my space too. That's why it keeps pissing me off, is I'm like, what do I have to do to have my space be respected? Like, it's one thing to not have community and not have like a lot of support, or, you know, people wanting to come to my space and give me feedback and help me understand if it's helping you, or are you getting anything from it, et cetera, et cetera. That's one thing. And it's another thing to just have people attacking me in my space. Like, what do I have to do to protect that? Protect my livelihood, protect my heart, protect my well-being. That's it for that.